It's a beautiful Tuesday morning. Hello and welcome to TMI, the continuation on news and current affairs program. I am Marcelina Unkwa. It's a beautiful day here in Lagos, and I am not alone. I have Patricia Gebres here with me. Hello, Patricia. Good morning.
Good morning, Messi. And just to remind you that you can join us on our GoTV channel 140, Star Times channel 130, and UHF channel for Abuja 42, and UHF channel for Benin 22, and of course our social media handles of Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube.
All right, this beautiful morning on TMI, we have our guest here that will be helping us analyze today's topic. Today, his name is Mr. Kenny Odubemi. He is a political analyst. Hello, good morning, Mr. Kenny.
Good morning. It's always my pleasure to be with you.
Good morning.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Today, basically, we are talking about the Bayelsa State's governor. You know, last month, 15th of October, he resigned from a PDP without announcing that the party is defecting to yet. And we had a lot of speculation last month that he would be joining the APC. So yesterday, we saw that he finally defected to the APC. And also, during the celebration yesterday, we saw that the Vice President Kashim Shettima was there with him, and also the Senate President, Senator Godswill Akpabio, was also there to celebrate with him. According to Governor Diri, the decision to join the APC was made in the best interest of Bayelsa State, emphasizing the need for unity and development. He stated that someone had to take the bold decision, and he did so on behalf of the Bayelsa State people. And also, the defection was supported by members of the Bayelsa State House of Assembly, commissioners, and local government chairman. In fact, 23 members of the Assembly reportedly joined him in defecting to the APC. And his deputy governor, the deputy governor faces impeachment for refusing to join him, and it has got a lot of people talking. Motumba, I'm going to be starting with you. You know, Governor Doye Diri's moves from the PDP to the APC has shocked many Nigerians. What do you think truly motivated this defection?
Let me be very critical and be very factual.
Okay.
If he has shocked Nigerian, I receive no shock. Because Nigeria has just happened to him. Very simple. Why I would very equivocal is I would like to also define who is a Nigerian politician. Because we really have to know those who are in political offices, the character they portray, the understanding they have, and their motive before we start talking about them. You can't talk about somebody you don't know, and they exhibit same characteristics. A typical Nigerian in any elected position in Nigeria, in fact, I don't believe they're elected, in any selected position in Nigeria, with a camouflage of being elected, because we are not doing democracy in Nigeria. We're doing electronocracy. We're doing autocracy. We deploy a lot of militocracy. Because most of our elections are characterized with impunity of violence and financial transaction, ethnic and religious bigotry. Those are the characteristics of our election. So a product of that ecosystem cannot come and tell me that he's a true Democrat. I will not agree. Okay. Let's now go back to him. Characteristic of a typical Nigerian in any position: they are very selfish, they are self-centered, they are egocentric, they are power-centric, they are hegemonial, they tend to portray hegemonic leadership of legalizing an institution that is fraudulent. They perpetuate themselves, even while they are not in office, they still want to continue their nefarious activity. And also they are characteristic of a swindler, many, because they don't prioritize what we do. They keep a robust account. They are almost they keep money for their next generation. Right. Interestingly, I've laid the foundation of who a politician is in Nigeria. So if a politician says it is for the interest of people, I for one would not believe, would not agree. I would not agree in the sense that Bayelsa has 8 local government till date. Bayelsa has the former president Goodluck Jonathan as son of the land. Tim Priye, former minister of State Petroleum, Lokobiri, Lokobiri, the existing Minister of State, is also from Bayelsa. Can we say Bayelsa do not have an e-role into the government? The answer is yes. They've already have a new role into the government.
True.
We know the president that have served in this country, they are very influential and they have a direct link with the government. The question we should ask ourselves, what has Doyediri done? What has he done with so much of humongous of federal allocation that have 8 local governments? He has 30% derivation. What is unique about Bayelsa today that he has done? They introduced a blue ocean marine economy that we thought Bayelsa could be the leader in blazing the trail. Bayelsa should have a significant contribution beyond oil. But how well have you done? So if he's telling me that, if he's telling people, not me, that is because of interest, I would know. Look, people in government, they fraternize within themselves because they have common interests. When they gather together, what is the population of himself, 23, in relation to the entire Bayelsa? Before we say his interest, let's conduct a survey in Bayelsa today to ascertain the credibility that is for the interest of the people.
Sure.
We do not live by what they say. Let us see because democracy is by the people, for the people, and should be for the interest of the people.
Yes.
But the interest, their interest is the interest of the oligarch in the political sphere. What is per capita income of Bayelsa? Is a lot better than before? The question we say now, is it because so I've established the fact that enroll into the federal government has not been a problem. It is so any other decision is given, any other thing is for himself and the few oligarchs that is there, the few unpatriotic citizens that will just come. How do you expect a state that have enjoyed the legacy of PDB since 1999? Are you saying since 1999 they don't have a new role to the government? What are the subsequent governors? What have they delivered to the life to improve the life of the people? So I, for one, will not believe. For instance, everybody knows the wave of that's happening. The problem I see in most of the governors, they want to become like Asiwaju because Asiwaju legitimized his authority in Lagos and he has been there for many years. Also, and every one of them that want to repeat such a feat failed. Saraki failed woefully they say Otoge. The question we're saying is, they say that of what to have let's ask the regime. Has he been denied any opportunities to see the president concerning the development?
Okay, Otumba. Yeah, let me quickly ask you this. The deputy governor is not defecting with him, of course, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's this say that he's going to be impeached because he's not defecting with him. Is it right for him to be impeached because he's not defecting to APC?
Let me be frank with nothing is right in Nigeria. It is a whole political game. I can appreciate his only political calculation. PDP has legitimized their existence, even though the center, actually, if the Rediri deflected now, he has a ground of defection. Because the center is not holding, the party is fragmented. But the problem I ask him is this, is the Rediri going back for election again? He's not going. So the only reason I can see, and I'm being bold, is because he wants to be self-assured after leaving the government. That is all.
Otumba, the governor claims aligning with the ruling party will bring back more development opportunities for Bayelsa. What do you have to say about that?
That is not true. The question we ask is, what has stopped the development now? What initiative? Because, look, there's what we call separation of power, devolution of power from the federal and the state. You understand? Now, what if we look at it? The federal will do what we call tertiary intervention. The state will do secondary intervention. The local government will do primary intervention. The Rediri should come out in clear terms. If there is no tertiary intervention in Bayelsa, let us know. What is it that he wants to do that he has been prevented from achieving for Bayelsa? What linkages is he interested in that he doesn't have? I've mentioned many people that can knock at the beck and call of the president. And more so, this president is very open. Everybody goes to see him. When there was a turmoil in River State, he called them for a meeting. So what I'm ascertaining, what I'm confirming today is not because of interest of Bayelsa. It's for the interest of the few to safeguard himself after leaving the office. You know, there's a saying that when you move from one party to another, you are secured. Invariably.
All right, you were actually saying something. He claims that it's for the good and the benefits of Bayelsa State's people. And
I said no, I do not agree. I've established the locus of my explanation that there's nothing that prevented Bayelsa from developing. I said, what master plan does Doyediri has? What has he worked on 4 years? What intention to say for the next 4 years that he feels the government will inhibit it? And this government is very open. Now, let me tell you, in terms of attracting DFIs, let's ask the Rediri, how many did they attract to Bayelsa? Only four states attracted direct foreign investment. How much of investment did they have? And what has he done? What significant? Look, we know what this young man in Enugu has done. Is that not so? It's very open. What he has been doing in Enugu is transparent.
Okay, Otumba, for a follow-up for the impeachment of the deputy governor, what will you say is the future of the Bayelsa people? Because I don't think it's everybody that is going to want him to be impeached.
No, it's a political game. It's a political game. Let me tell you. It's a political game. Look, deputy governor don't have any significant role in the constitution. They are the whims and caprices of the governor. And also, they are treated like a servant during the reign. So, also some of them do aspire, they want to be governor. And every governor has always prevented the opportunity from coming into the position. The question is why? Because of their greed. Because he knows how. Look at how they fought dirty in Edo State. Obaseki. Look at how they fought dirty. That's a typical, may Nigerian politician not happen to you. Very greedy, selfish, self-center.
Oh, wow.
Even Amechi said, what is the purpose of politician in Nigeria? To steal, to maim, and to kill. Amechi said it. And Amechi has spent 24 years in governance. So therefore, you can't say such word is not correct. It is credited to him. What we're saying is that there is no sincerity of purpose.
But Otumba, this is you saying Amechi said that.
Yes, it's quoted. It's online. It's not there. I'm quoting him verbatim. I didn't add any word. I am quoting this in public space. To steal, to maim, and to kill. It is conveyed during the struggle. I'm not saying my word. It's not the first time I've cited it. What we're saying now is this. Look, there will be problem. The question now is this. The deputy governor is also interested in becoming the governor. Is that not so? And as long as if he moves with him to APC, he will not become the governor. Because the governor will not support him to be there. It has not happened before. There's nobody in Nigeria that has been governor that supported that they are deputy. Unless the deputy moved to another. Even in Kogi State, they were fought down. True or false? So that is the reason. So the question now is a political game they're looking at. Because the question now is this. If you look at it, the deputy governor, how popular it is. Does he have the muscle to be able to control because money in Nigeria is election in Nigeria is money. It is not the will of the people. The other way, I'm doing the will of people. No, that's secondary. It is their own will. Look at how even the people in government, how they perpetuate their infamy along the line. How many of the people that have served as a governor that have been poor before? Answer, mention one person. They are all billionaires. Where did they get it? The greatest way of making money in Nigeria is politics. They make a lot of money. And two, why is it that EFCC, you understand, EFCC go after them after they leave office if they've done any good? Only few of them survive because those are intelligent. The question we're saying is this, the issue of deputy governor is understandable. If he moves from that place to join them, I can tell you, he will not become the...
Okay, so are you saying he's looking at, running for the office?
Oh, yes. That's the reason why he's staying. That is the only way, if he's still relevant, if he wants to be relevant in politics. Because if he goes to do it, he will be swept out. Remember,
so that's why he's not going with him.
It's better not to go with him.
So, but the structure of the PDP is broken there in Bayelsa State. How do you think?
Everything is subject to reorganization. There's nothing that is completely broken. If people can break something, people can build it up. True of us, we will have 2 years.
Okay, Otumba, does this signal that the APC is successfully consolidating control in the south region?
Yeah, the APC has consolidated across all regions. Don't limit them to south. How about in the southeast? What are we talking about? How about in the south east? Enugu is already gone. Imo is already gone. Abia. No, Abia is not there. Abia is the only person that is there.
Do you see him going?
who say
Abia.
Abia will not go, but he will support the president. He will not join the APC, but he will support the president.
No, but nobody ever thought Diri would defect.
We all know he will defect. It is people that do not understand it. Look, the handwriting is written on the wall. The wave of defection is there. Taraba government is already gone because all of them want to be covered.
But we still have the Anambra State, the ABGA. It's running for re-election.
Yeah. Look, ABGA cannot defect, let me tell you. ABGA is an institution. ABGA is a phenomenon. It goes beyond political parties. ABGA represents the strength of Odumegu Ojukwu, the Nkemba of Nnewi. So, and it's not even good. If ABGA join, it means that we are more turning into a one-party state. So, for the safety of the political system in Nigeria, I will still support ABGA maintain the sanctity, their sanctity, and it is good for us. But Anambra will support, invariably will support the president.
So Otumba, we all know now that PDP is the main opposition party in Nigeria at this point.
No.
And now, let's say PDP is the main opposition party. Let me land.
One of the opposition.
Otumba. Okay, one of the opposition party.
Sorry, I'm not happy.
It's okay, no problem. Looking now that a lot of people, a lot of governors, they are defecting from PDP to either APC or ADC. They are defecting. A lot of governors, a lot of people, they are defecting. Do you think that PDP still stand a chance for the forthcoming election?
They don't have any chance. Because the center is fragmented. The center, I'm telling you, they don't have any hold. But they can have hold in their state. They can consolidate again in the state. But the center is also decentralized. For instance, they are fractionalized. They continue to attack on themselves. And what is the provision of electoral code? They said if there is disorganization within the party, if the center is not holding, everybody is free to move. So they shouldn't be talking about the center government. It will be dream to them because they can't even hold convention. The convention they propose, so there is a case. There's a case against it that they won't hold it.
So talking about the
fighting concerning selling form, nomination form.
Yes, talking about that. Someone had come up here to say that he doesn't think PDP has a hold for the 2027 election, but looking forward to 2031. Do you think this can happen?
They don't have a hold for the center in 2027 because they cannot even agree to even form a cohesive party. It's only at the state they should just struggle to maintain some status quo in some state that had been of a legacy value to them, and they're even losing them because the people in those states are running for survival. So PDP is almost on extinction because they claim they will rule for 60 years. Greed, that is the greed of most politicians. Greed, perpetuity of their perpetuity. They want to be Alpha and Omega. They are even working against themselves. How do we expect somebody who is working for APC but has still having a stronghold on PDP and they cannot even do anything to him? He's challenging the network. He's part of network committee. He's challenging their authority. He's sponsoring quite a lot of people to decimate it, and they can't do anything. And you're still saying it's the party. Which party they?
Okay, so we still have the Oyo State governor in PDP. Are you looking at? Do you think he's going to defect too?
Makinde will not defect. He's interested in contesting for presidency, but he has a lot of work to contest with. He's a dashing young man. I'm telling you, Omoluabi ni Makinde, that is, is a favored child in our land.
Okay, what about Otumba? What about the let's just talk briefly on this. Looking at, like I said earlier, a lot of people are defecting to APC and all. What about the coalition, ADC coalition stuff that was, that was put in place to be able to unseat the ruling president?
ADC is amalgamation of frustrated politicians.
Oh my God.
Who still want to be relevant, but they don't have a hold on being relevant. Who are there? Mention their name. El-Rufai, Amechi them. Is that not so? Atiku, the man that has believed that presidency is his birthright. Today, even look at the way they are telling my brother, the container economist. You understand? Invariably, there's no way Atiku will not have ADC ticket.
Yeah, exactly.
And look at it. They now want to coerce them. They said, look, Obi will not join AP. Obi only believe, he said he believe in coalition. He has not explicitly said he believe in ADC. Is that not so? So his ticket is still here and there. But even the LP, do they have foundation? Are they not functional like? So all the politicians are a committee of jokers who are only interested in position for their selfish interests.
Okay.
I'm not claiming that the present government is doing fantastic. Yes. They're only scratching. But we will bombard them until they do what is right.
Otumba, do you believe Diri's defection was purely for development reason, or was it more about personal political calculation ahead of 2027?
It is for personal survivor. Diri, if anybody is telling you that, if anybody wants to tell you the truth, or you want to tell the people the truth, you are not for the interest of Bayelsa. It is your interest. It's your personal survivor. After the office, you are after. Because there's nothing you want to do, you cannot do. You have so much money. What have you done with the money? You have so much money. What progress, what monumental progress do we have in Bayelsa today? What has really achieved? What is it that you want to do that Achiwaju did not give you opportunity to do? What are your expectations from the federal government that you don't have? Remember, you have Lokobiri there. Is that not so? President Goodluck Jonathan is alive and well. There's nothing you want to do. In fact, you can call the president one-on-one. So don't tell, if you are telling Nigeria, you are not, I will not accept. Even the people that you gather together is for self-interest. Because you have so much money to fight election now. I will say, if any governor that move from one party to the other, let EFCC go and audit. They might not be able to. Let's go into forensic audit.
Okay, Otumba, moving forward, these defections, that has been going on, do you think is going to be weakening the structures in the maybe state, Federal House of Assembly and the Senate of these other parties?
Are they really there? Majority, two-third majority, they made the quorum in the Senate. Two-third majority, they made the quorum in the House of Assembly. Is it not on your mandate we shall stand? Nigeria has turned to a joke where people with PhD, where people who have the best of education are only shenanigans, are singing praises. They don't have the thought process. They don't have the thinking ability to even look deep into what they do. On your mandate we shall stand. And they continue to manipulate our common patrimony. What kind of politicians are they?
Okay, Otumba, quickly, before we close this, Messelina, I'm going to deviate from what we have been saying. We have the insecurity issue from the, from the US. What's your advice for the presidency? 1 minute, please.
President Achiwaju, don't attempt to go to US.
Interesting.
Pure and simple. We have the best of brain on foreign affairs. And look, let's ask ourselves, the foreign affairs minister of what use? The minister of state, what are they doing? These are supposed to be full soldier. Up to date, we don't have a foothold in the White House, and yet we're running the nation. So you should just arrange the best of brain in foreign diplomacy, and also involve the CAN, because they are the people that are sending the mystery.
Thank you. So what you're saying now is it shouldn't go.
It shouldn't bother to go.
Right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And thank you, Otumba, for coming.
Thank you.
All right, Patricia.
Thank you, Otumba, for coming. You made it so interesting.
And we've heard Mr. Otumba. Thank you so much for helping us analyze this particular topic. Let's keep our fingers crossed to see what will happen for the forthcoming 2027 election. Thank you all for joining our Lagos Network studio this beautiful morning on TMI. Now we would be handing over to Benin for the continuation on TMI. I am Marcelina Unko. Just stay.